The practicality and affordability that hatchbacks provide is fantastic. I'll include a link to the Stockton 12 Honda's website in the description down below. They're providing us with the Civic. I'll also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Powering this is a 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through a CVT. Fuel economy is 30 around town, 38 on the highway, with power outputs being 150 horsepower and then 133 pound-feet of torque. I'm trying to hit 500,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I'd really appreciate it if you'd help out with that. Now, the bluish metallic gray on this, pretty sharp looking. And then I love the headlight design with the daytime running light. And you can see the grille here is darker in coloration, but then the Honda badge is chrome. Overall, Honda's done a really good job with styling the new Civic to make it a bit more minimalist. These wheels are a little bit less minimalist. 235 by 40 by 18, they're completely blacked out. Same thing with the mirror cap, but they didn't black out the door handles. And this is where you can see the side profile of the hatchback. Looks a little bit different than the sedan. Now when it comes to key fob features, we've got our lock and unlock, the remote starts, the opening for the hatch for the unlock, and then the Honda logo on the back. There's a cargo cover built in from the factory, and this does have a bit more vertical space compared to the sedan. That's one of the biggest benefits of going for a hatchback. They make closing it very easy. Just grab that little handle and then you just kind of pop it down. Something to note, it does have hydraulic assist, so sometimes you got to kind of make sure it's shut. The taillights are also different on the hatchback. You got kind of like a light bar design here, and then interestingly enough, a couple of the badges are blacked out. But there is the exterior, and although I think the sedan looks a little bit better, the practicality with this makes it so that it's the better car overall. This week's giveaway is all about muscle and luxury with 2 Cadillac V cars. The first of which is a CT5V Blackwing, and the second is an Escalade V. Both these have supercharged V8s producing nearly 700 horsepower each. They also have tons of luxury and modern technology to match. Not only can you win both of these cars, but part of the giveaway is also $73,000 in cash to help pay for the taxes, and your donations go to help children's and veterans charities. Use code BHC or click the link in the description down below or in the pinned comment. This will give you 4x bonus tickets on any donation, $25 or more. Let's check out the interior. We've got some cloth trim here in the armrest area, a little bit of storage below. You got a mix of cloth and vinyl for the seats, so cloth in the center section. Legroom here in the back is good, and you get a little there in the center, interestingly enough. And then you can see headroom back here with the hatchback is also good. Keyless entry for up front, and let's pop in. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. You've got some cloth trim here on the bottom section, and then the front 2 windows are actually automatic. And then you can see cloth here in the center section with some vinyl on the exterior. The seat is manually adjustable. Soft touch all around the steering wheel with paddle shifters there on the back. You've got your adaptive cruise control with your lane centering. We have our volume and voice command controls, as well as regular stocks there in the background. And then you do have a digital element with the screen here in the center, which you can use to change what information it displays depending on what you're looking for. So a nice bit of customization. And then the drive modes will also be displayed here in the center. Just a backup camera in reverse. Decent resolution, a little bit potato cam-y though. Now as for the rest of the screen here in the center, there's really not much to go over. You have physical controls here on the other side. It's basically just a radio with this unit, kind of, I suppose. Now you do get soft touch across the dash, which makes it a little bit more premium, and then you've got the giant vent design here, which also kind of adds to the flair. Single zone climate, we've got a nice finish on all of the controls, and then you can see with the USB ports down below, and then the 12 volt as well. Got our shifter here for the CVT, some cup holders right next to it. You've got your drive mode select, auto stop, start, parking brake, and your brake hold. Cloth trim here with the center console, and just a manual mirror dimmer. 2026 Civic, $28,990. Let's see how the Civic performs. Let us set off in the Civic hatchback. Actually, I'm from Utah, so we say hatchback. Some of us. The Utah accent is slowly going away because most of our state is actually people that are, I guess you'd call like first generation Utah, where first generation, where they're the ones that moved over here. But there's folks like me where families lived here a little bit longer. We still have somewhat of the accent. Really what the accent is an inability to pronounce words properly. Anyways, let's drive the hatchback. So, I like the new Civic a lot. It's got good ergonomics for the most part. These seats are a bit firmer. Funny enough, the best seats you can get in a Civic are on the Type R, but it's like expensive and sporty car. But yeah, this has nice seats. Yeah, they are a little bit firmer, but they hold you in place pretty well. And the space feels good here, like where you're, the seating position and then just, overall leg room and everything. It's a nice place. Like I said, pretty good ergonomics overall. And when it comes to, I don't know what's happening here. I think they're trying to turn, but then, what way are they trying to turn? Oh, they're gonna try to get across the road. I see. Yeah, the interior is nice too. Like, Honda's done a good job with making this feel premium. I think this has helped out Toyota, believe it or not, because I noticed that after the new Civic and everything came out, Toyota's interiors got nicer. So I think that Honda kind of motivated Toyota to up things a little bit, because the new Corolla has kind of a nicer interior. Like, soft touch on the dash. It might seem like a little thing, but having that in an economy car like this is nice. It's a nicety. Actually getting up and moving yet again. Ooh, Grenadier. Don't see those too often. It's got a decent low end. Again, this is a lower horsepower economy car, so it's not going to have like a crazy amount of power. 150 horsepower. It's more about fuel economy and affordability, but it seems like it's still got something happening. It can vroom vroom a little bit. Yeah, not bad. Like I said, not a rocket ship by any means, but not bad. So, Civic Hatchback. I think this is, it's a good looking car, of course. It drives well. And yeah, everything feels pretty well tuned in this for the segment that this competes in. I guess the biggest criticism that I could give to Honda with this, I would say, is the fact that 150 horsepower nowadays is starting to feel a bit light. Not the end of the world though, not the end of the world. The bigger thing, I guess, would be all-wheel drive. Like, everyone else is offering all-wheel drive. I don't understand why Honda is so against all-wheel drive in their cars. I don't think they realize how many customers they lose in places like here in Utah. And maybe they say, oh, the market's not big enough, and it's like, fair enough. But, I think there's a lot of people that they gotta have all-wheel drive. I'm one of those people. I don't want a front-wheel drive car. I understand you can make it work in snow and everything with winter tires, but it's like, I don't want to deal with that. I'd rather just have the grip from the all-wheel drive system. So I think they should add all-wheel drive to the Civic. Let me know your thoughts on the hatchback. Again, I think the sedan looks better, but the hatchback's more practical, so it's better in that sense.